Hello, friends. Now that we've finished our warm-up, let's go ahead and get into our lesson. We're going to start with our cub. And our cub lets us know what? What we are learning. Good job. Good job. Okay. So you will know how to solve story problems. Okay. So by the end of the lesson, you're going to know how to solve story problems. And solving just means fixing a problem. Okay. And story problems are things like Miss Blanks had one Skittle and her mom gave her three more. How many does she have in all? Okay. That's a story problem. You will understand the action of joining two numbers together. Okay. And we've talked about joining before. What does joining mean? To what? To put together, to put together. Good job, good job. So you're going to understand the action of putting together or joining two numbers, okay? And then your job today is you will be able to use objects and pictures to solve problems involving joining two numbers together, okay? So your job is going to be using objects and or pictures to solve the word problems that involve joining two numbers together, okay? So can you repeat after me? Say, my job is using pictures and objects to solve problems to join two numbers. All right, good job. Kiss your brain. Are you ready to learn? Awesome. All right, so before we get started, let's go over our vocabulary, okay? Our vocabulary. And what are vocabulary words? Important words to know. Good job. All right, so our first vocabulary word is problem solving. Can you say that? Problem solving. And problem solving is what you're going to be doing today, and that means to use details or the things that you hear in the problem, okay? To use details of a problem to find a solution, and to find a solution just means how to fix it, okay, or how to resolve it. Ooh, we know this one. What's this vocabulary word? What does that mean? Join. Join. And join means to what? Put together. Good job. Ooh, we've seen this before. What is this? Add or addition. And that means to do what? To put two or more quantities together. And if you notice, they gave you an example with a picture. There were two pieces of candy plus, or they added one more piece of candy, and that equals to how many pieces of candy? 3. Awesome. Now we have our sign. What sign is this? We've seen this before. Plus sign, okay? The plus sign is a symbol that means to add, and add means to do what? To put together or put two or more quantities together. Good job. And then we have a number sentence. What is a number sentence? What do you see? You see numbers. Yes, you see the addition sign or the plus sign. You see equals. So a number sentence is a sentence that involves numbers and math symbols, okay, in math. Okay, good job. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started, okay? So Miss Blanks is going to show you what you're expected to do first. So all you're going to do is you're just going to be watching me first, and then we're going to do it together, okay? So I'm going to get my material. So I have my work mat, and you're going to get one as well. And I have my story problems. I have my objects that I'm going to use, okay? I have my markers for my pictures, because remember, we're using objects and or pictures to help us solve problems, okay? I also brought my number chart just in case I forget what a number looks like. And then I have a whiteboard, okay? And that's just for extra practice if I need help, okay? All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. So I am going to read the story problem first, okay? Watch me and watch what I do, because after this, we're gonna do it together, okay? All right, so it says, at swim practice, there were 3 boys and 3 girls. How many boys and girls are there all together? Okay, so I have my story mat and I have my swimming pool, okay? And down here is where I'm going to write my number sentence. But first, we're just going to focus on our objects and drawing our pictures, okay? All right, So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use my manipulative or my counters, okay? Now, you won't have counters because your job is going to be drawing the pictures to match mine, okay? And I'm going to show you how to do that too, okay? All right, so it says, at swim practice, there were 3 boys. So I'm going to take out 3 counters to show my 3 boys. Can you count with me? Ready? 1, 2, and 3. Okay, there were 3 boys. And then it says, at swim practice, there were 3 boys and 3 girls. So how many counters do I need to get out for the girls? 3. Can you count with me? And I'm going to change my color so I don't get confused. So I know, okay, this is my first number. And remember, we're joining 2 numbers. Okay, so this is my second number. So I have 1, 2, and 3. Awesome. Now it says, how many boys and girls are there all together? What do you think all together means? Yes, to put them all together. Awesome job. Okay, now I'm going to show you what your job is going to be while I'm using my objects. Okay, so as I'm using my objects, your job is going to be to match my picture. Okay, so we're going to use my 2 sets. Okay, my 2 sets of objects to show my problem. Okay, so there were 3 boys. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to draw a picture of 3 boys. Now, we're not going to draw a picture of boys because that's going to take a lot of time, but you can draw counters, you can draw triangles, you can draw something that's really, really quick. So let's try triangles, okay? So you're going to match my picture. I'm going to use triangles, okay? So there were 3 boys. So how many triangles do I need to draw? 3. So I have 1, 2, and 3. Okay, I have my 3 boys. Okay. Then there were how many girls? 3. Okay. Now you could keep drawing triangles, or if you want to draw another quick shape, you can. So I'm going to use counters. Okay, I'm going to draw circles. So I have my 3 boys, and now I'm going to do my 3 girls. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Now it's asking how many boys and girls are there all together. Okay. Now, something that I could do to figure out, well, how many boys and girls are there all together? Of course, I can count them, right? I can. But what about counting and labeling? Do you think that'll work? Yes. So that's what we're going to do at the end. Okay. Now, if you notice at the bottom, we have an area to write our number sentence. Okay. We have an area to write our number sentence. Okay. Now, let's do that first. Okay. Just so we don't get confused. Okay, so in our first box, okay, we're going to write our first set of objects or our first number. Okay, so let's go back to what we know. It says at swim practice there were 3 boys. So what's the first number I need to write? 3. Why do I need to write that number first? Because it said there were 3 boys first. Good job. And even if you look on your on the story mat, when you get yours, you can see, okay, first I drew 3 boys or my 3 objects. Okay. Now, remember, we're practicing joining. So what sign are we going to use? I'll give you a hint. The plus sign. So let's write the plus sign next. So far we have 3 plus. Now we're going into our second group, okay? So we have our 3 boys, and how many girls were there? 3. So that's our second set. That's our second group. And if you look on your story mat, when you get yours, you can see, oh, okay, I drew my 3 boys, and then I went over and drew my 3 girls. So let me go ahead and do 3. So far we have 3 plus 3. Let's read that together. 3 plus 3 equals. Now we can go back and count and label because I remember you told me that all together means putting them all together. So let's do that. Count with me. 1, 2, 3. What's next? 4. Okay. Oh man, I forgot what the number 4 looks like. So what can I do? What can I use? I could use my number chart. I could use my number chart. Okay, let's count and find the number 4. Help me find the number 4. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that's what it looks like. Okay, so I'm going to write that. So 4. What's next? 5. What's next? 6. Are we done? Yes. So we see that first there were 3 boys in the pool, and then there were 3 girls in the pool. And when we join 3 and 3 together, we get what? 6. So in our number sentence, we could say 3 plus 3 equals what? 6. All right, good job, friends. All right, so now you're going to get your story map, and we're going to practice doing these problems together, okay? Let's get ready. I'm going to pass them out now.